So this is Good Day Farm. Heavy fog. 20% THC. And a good amount of terpenes. Limonene, caryophyllene, linalool. Alright. And oh. There we go. And nice. Good. A little bit there. First thing to do, grind it a little bit. Little pieces do just fine. Kind of get it in there and smash it down. And so it's got a real earthy kind of smell, kind of floral. It makes a really thick smoke, which is very fitting for it being called having fog. Okay, so we got that done. There we go. Now here's the trick. I take my papers. I prefer these raw ones, although they do have problems sticking sometimes. They could use a little bit more glue sometimes, but they burn really well. They taste really good. Much better than like a JOB or Zigzag or something. So this is actually a paintbrush tip that I found, and I just took off the top, and it made the nice taper for a cone that I wanted. So I'll take this here and very delicately kind of get it slid right there. You gotta have this little piece that kind of tucks in a little bit. So you slide it down a little bit, offset with the top corner sticking out just a little bit above the other one, like that. And we gotta roll this back down. Okay, so slide it and get there. And we got it good and tucked. Let's see. And pull it down. There we go. Nice. And and a lick. Shoo-ba-doo. Go. Yeah, you can see. I've got the nice tip there. Let's see. And so with that tip, that cone piece, I can go ahead and slide it out carefully, delicately. That gives me a cone. And now I happen to have a tip that this one's used, so forgive me, but it's a cone tip, and we can slide it right into here. And I got the angles just right that you should be able to see it get pushed down. Okay, so push it just to the bit, and now we've got a cone. that we just rolled. So here we are. This one's a little long of a tip, but it fits very snugly. And it's kind of coming apart. I will fix it. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there we go. And now just scoop it. Oh, just like you would a normal cone. Load it up. So I'm trying to think things to say about this strain. It's definitely pretty strong. I would think it's kind of a little indica based. I like to take a walk and go smoke with my dog. Get out, breathe, and coughing. It does me good. So it takes a little work to get this done, but I've found that rolling the cones is by far a lot cheaper, because I don't know where I'm at, a pack of cones might be oh yeah, and so I'm using my actual form utensil to pack it, but another option you can use is something like a point, and so as you pack it, you turn it and push, and this kind of redistributes the pieces of bud as you're packing it. If you overpack it, you'll end up with your paper burning or having serious runs. This is particularly bad with something like the wind. So you want to pack it good, but not too much, or you're going to have problems taking a draw through it. Like, you could actually pack it too tight. So you can see I've kind of bumped it. I'll take my little form and kind of press it back out, and get back to packing. So this was at total THC is 23%, THCA is 25%, CBGA is 1.5, and Delta 9 is 1.2. So you need to understand that a cannabis plant doesn't actually make Delta 9 THC. It primarily synthesizes CBG, which then, through various processes and environmental conditions, is converted to things like THCA, CBDA, and some other cannabinoids. And so if you have a flower that's actually high in Delta 9, it's probably poor quality. Because, like I said, it degrades. THCA degrades through heat, oxidation, UV, into Delta 9. This being at 2.5% terpenes, it's pretty flavorful. It's kind of dank. I mean, there are more remarkable strains, but this one's definitely a good purchase. I got this for heck, this one unit was $19, and I actually ended up getting it at a discount as well. This particular one is has a harvest date of going on almost a year from when it was harvested to when I bought it, but it's still pretty fresh. Good Day Farm with the sealed jar. They have fresh packs in the top, and so while this was old, it was on a shelf and in a sealed jar, so it's well maintained. I'm still happy with the quality of it, and it was definitely a great price to me, at least. Looks like I'm a little slow with it. Okay. So let's talk about the three main terpenes. So the terpenes in here are what is going to give really the cannabis its flavor and smell. They're naturally occurring compounds. The primary in here, as you saw, are limonene, caryophyllene, and linalool. And just a little synopsis. Limonene is, of course, what's going to give it that lemon scent, citrusy scent. It's good for stress relief, a few other things. Caryophyllene, so cannabis is related kind of to the pepper plant, so that's where it gets that spicy, peppery notes from. Caryophyllene can bind to the CB2 receptors in the body and may have anti-inflammatory effects. And then the linalool has a floral lavender type scent found in many plants, including, well, of course, cannabis and lavender. Yeah. Used in aromatherapy for relaxation, stress relief, other things. And back to grinding more. So let's get it. And I just kind of wanted to make some videos, give some like live feedback on different stuff, maybe share some knowledge. I am a medical patient. It's legally purchased from the local dispensary. That's a big thing. So I was reading on Reddit and somebody had a comment like, why would you pay to go to a dispensary when you just go to a head shop or whatever, like, because it's all THCA. And I gave him the comment, well, you can get pharmaceutical Viagra, or you can get gas station dispensed super horny goat weed. They both might have an effect. It's just a matter of how much guessing you want to do to what that effect is and how much you need to achieve it. So I'm definitely a fan and an advocate of labels and certificate of analysis. To me, that's the difference between what would be medicine and a drug. I mean, if you're just going to take some empty label, it's really hard to call medicine to me, because it's not structured. You can't pick a dosing or anything. If you want to catch a buzz, like, hey, that's one thing, that's fine. But if you really want to try to have like any type of medical value, you really need a lab analysis report. You need to familiarize yourself with cannabinoids and terpenes. And so keep going at this. And you can see we're getting done. Ta-da. Yep. Shoo. Yeah. Yep. Just kind of turn it around in there. Okay. I don't want to go skimpy. I need a little bit more. Hey. Hello. They're really nice. I mean, I kind of like this. Just good classic bud to me. Nothing particularly special, but that's good. Happy. Okay. And so, here we go. Get it rolled. Okay. Maybe there's a fast part to this. I don't know. Somebody can figure out how to do it. Talk about logos for advertising. Oh. I like cartridges and concentrates, but flower tends to be cheaper. I mean, I just like cannabis. I think it's an interesting plant. I find it fascinating. So I like to look at flower every now and then, but definitely cartridges are much more convenient. You don't have any smoke. You got to worry about batteries though. Definitely potent. Like I said, this is how I get my cardio. So, yeah, it's smoking, but I'm up and moving. So we get this going in here, and you can see how we're finishing it. So it's nice. Oh, that line looks a little rough. There we go. And that is pretty. You can pack this down on the top. Okay. And then you just kind of fold in the ends. Kind of crimp them. And that is not the prettiest looking one. I've had some nice ones, but this is nice and solid. It's probably about a gram or so, maybe a little bit, slightly more. But yeah, so the cost of papers is, I don't know, like $2, $2.50. Tips maybe $2.50. This is roughly the cost of one pack of cones, maybe a little bit more. But you could make like 20 of them, and I like that because they're not made, you don't have to worry about them collapsing or keeping them from getting crushed. And there you go.